Hello everybody, my name is CoreyAction. Today I'm here I just want to make a discussion video. I know that I haven't made a reaction video. In fact, I haven't uploaded a reaction video on my channel. But at the situation that I'm in, not even the situation that I'm in, the situation as we in this country are in right now, I just cannot, for some reason, I'm not able to pull myself together and make a genuine, nice reaction. And I know, and in my mind, that perhaps in the future I will be able to make a reaction. In fact, you are going to see a reaction. It's going to be uploaded between, well, today is, it's going to be uploaded between the 4th of April, Saturday. I'm recording this whole thing on a Friday, and depending on how long I go, it's going to go into midnight. But you'll either see the reaction of Bleach Saturday or Sunday. I do not know how many people are going to watch this video, and quite frankly, I don't really care of how many people watch this video. Maybe perhaps later on throughout my discussion, I'm going to care about the amount of people that watches my video or watches this video in particular. Maybe they can get a thing or two out of maybe they can grasp the wisdom of what I'm saying, or fathom the words that I'm saying, because this is serious. I'm going to tell you something a little bit about me. I'm 19 years old. That's young. Okay. I used to work in LaGuardia, but being that they closed the airports, I no longer work there. I'm laid off until further notice. Okay. I mean, I low-key didn't really like that job because of how far I have to commute. But the pay is acceptable. That's pretty much the only reason why I'm over there. I'm over there because not only the pay is okay, but because I have a job, I'm doing something other than twiddling my thumbs and doing absolutely nothing in my life. At least I'm able to do something. Now, my heart really does go out to those who actually do have to leave their homes every single day, whether it's 5 days a week, 6 days a week, or it's the type of job where it's 24 hours, where you gotta be there 7 days a week. And I really do feel bad for the people who actually are trying to avoid this coronavirus, but there's just so much selfish people that don't think about everyone else except for themselves. I watched a video earlier about a man. He was a bus driver. He was a bus driver in Michigan, Detroit. As he's driving passengers to wherever location they wish to go, he talks about how this one passenger just never attempted to cover her mouth or its mouth. I don't really remember whether the passenger was a he or a she. It doesn't matter. The point is, start thinking about other people other than yourself. Please, by all means, whoever's watching this video, it doesn't even matter where you live. This is something that should be common sense. Even before the coronavirus was even in the United States. In fact, even before the coronavirus was even here. That should be the number one thing that everybody should be doing. The number one thing that everybody should be doing is covering their mouths. Whether it's a small cough, whether it's a sneeze. Even when it comes as far as yawning. Even though nothing really comes out of your mouth but breath. Out of your mouth. Nothing more but your breath that comes out of your mouth when you yawn. But even then, you will still have to cover your mouth because you don't want to get other people around you sick. Come on now. That's common sense right there. It's just a shame because that bus driver that was describing what he went through, he ended up dying in the future, later on. Not in the same day, but like probably days or weeks later. Now, I'm not saying it as if, oh, that opened up my eyes. No. It should open up people's eyes to those who are naive and ignorant, especially the teenagers. And the reason why I'm saying teenagers, because they think that because we're young, I'm young, my immune system is okay. It's not weak, it's strong. So I'm able to bounce off any virus that gets in my body. If you have that type of mindset, that's going to end up killing you. Because of that, it's true that the coronavirus is going to kill those who unfortunately is up in age between their 50s or 60s, or is going to affect those who have a weak immune system. Bravo to you for whoever has a strong immune system. But think about other people. If the government is telling you to stay indoors, they're telling you to stay indoors not because they hate you guys, or not because they just want to see you guys not have fun, or whatever the case may be, because everybody's making a living. Everybody's trying to take care of their families. Everybody has mouths to feed, whether it's their own or whether it's their family. But you guys are going out there doing ridiculous acts, making this worse, making it even worse with the coronavirus. It's a pandemic, for crying out loud. Do I even need to define the word pandemic? Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. A lot of people are being tested. Did you not know that there's over 1 million cases in the United States? In fact, I think we're the most case around the world is the United States. And let me also talk about this too. A lot of people want to lash out on Asian folks. They want to lash out on them as if they're the reason to why this coronavirus is here. And I know there's probably going to be someone in the comment section. Someone is going to end up saying, well, the coronavirus did come from China. And why on earth are you guys putting the word China or Chinese next to the word virus? Chinese virus. Really? Come on, guys. Come on. I've seen it all over social media. If it's a meme, sure, but even a meme can go too far, because a meme is just not meant for everybody. Everybody has messed up mindsets to where they watch dark memes to where in their minds, in their opinions, something like that wouldn't bother them, while in the meanwhile it will bother anybody else. Maybe that's not their average Joe when it comes to memes. I don't know. That's like saying man, it's just crazy. That's like, oh man, I don't even know where to begin with this part, because that's just, if it's not racist, it's a stereotype. Because just because one person that happens to be Asian, or one person that happens to be Chinese, all Asians happens to have the coronavirus. No, it doesn't work like that. And in fact, that's not what it is. I just don't like the fact that now, man, I can't even get my thoughts out straight. I guess I'm fed up with the fact that I have to stay home because I'm an outdoor person. But there's so many activities, there's so many things that I and everybody else can do. If a government or a president or mayor, whatever the case may be, if they're telling you to stay home, they're not just telling you to stay home with no good reason. They're telling you to stay home for a perfect reason. They're telling you to stay home for your own good, and so that you can keep this coronavirus and kill it. It's already bad enough that the stock market is not really doing as well, because they're trying to restock paper towels, they're trying to restock toilet papers, they're trying to restock Lysol disinfectant sprays and wipes, Clorox and whatnot. You name any disinfectant, anything that kills germs, it's gone. It's gone because people are losing their humanity over something that is not really all of that. Yes, it's true that it can kill people. Yes, it's true that anybody can get it. It's contagious, yes. But why lose your minds over it? You know what you need to do in order for you not to get it. It's just crazy. I know that there's a lot of people on YouTube right now searching for remedies of how to avoid getting the corona, or what things that they can use, or what ingredients they can buy to kill germs, because hand sanitizers is even ran out. I'm telling you, anything that's disinfected is not in stores. It's not online either. All week I've been on Amazon. Let me tell you, I've been on Amazon, I've been on Walmart, I've been on Target, I've even been on Best Buy, and Best Buy is not even known to have stuff like that. And yet I went on there anyways, because at the moment I was desperate to look for something that I use all the time. In fact, I even have this. This is hand sanitizer. This right here is hand sanitizer. I use it before and after I'm finished an activity. And I think everybody else should start washing their hands, because I know there are a few people, probably many people, about 45 to 50%, do not wash their hands, or doesn't wash their hands after they use the bathroom, especially at night. They figure, oh, because I'm just going straight to bed, I don't really need to wash my hands. But in the morning, sometimes you just don't really need to take an early leak, and you touch things, but you forget that you didn't wash your hands since last night. And I'm the only clean folk, and I'm the only clean person that actually washes their hands even after it's night. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning or I'm using the bathroom and my body is tired. I'll have a clear mindset of me washing my hands, because I don't want to touch anybody or anyone, anything, knowing that I didn't wash my hands. And some people does that. They do that. They know their hands are dirty. But yet they touch things that they're not supposed to touch. Touching things where other people touch is doorknobs and whatnot, and you know good and well that your hands are not clean, but yet you want to touch it. Common sense is just not so common these days. It's not, and it's quite unfortunate. I don't even know what else to say. It's making me sweat. It boils my blood, honestly, because we really are. I'm trying to avoid, and I'll admit this too. Here I am going on and on about this coronavirus and everything, but I'll go as far as say how annoyed I am because of this coronavirus. And it's just making it worse, and because of that, it just makes me hate people. It just makes me hate humans. Despite myself being a human, it just makes me hate people a little bit more, simply because they don't have common sense. For those who wearing masks, for those who are taking the precautions of not catching the virus or not spreading the virus, I applaud you, and you ought to pat yourself on the back, because you are taking the measures that you need to take in order for you to not catch the virus, and in order for you to not pass it on to someone else who is unfortunately has a weak immune system, or who unfortunately is up in age between their 50s or 60s. People with health problems are going to be able, are more than likely to get it, simply because of their health issues. What is my point of the video? It's clear as day that I want you guys, as the audience who watches my videos, or whoever is new to my channel, to wash your hands, keep yourself clean, keep everything clean. There was this catchphrase where it goes like this: check yourself before you wreck yourself. Now I'm phrasing it as clean yourself before you wreck yourself. It's corny, but you will wreck yourself if you are unclean. If you're dirty, you're going to wreck yourself, and you will die, depending on your circumstances. I was watching a video the other day on news. If it wasn't from the news, it was from social media. I watched it on Facebook. This elderly woman, she was in a supermarket. She was trying to get paper towel or toilet paper, whatever it is. It was paper, something that people use, essential materials that everybody uses for their conveniences, whatever they use it for, conveniences. This lady had a shopping cart. She had about, I don't want to exaggerate the number, but she had more than enough. And when you look at the amount of paper towels that she has in her cart, you begin to wonder if she even needs all of those paper towels. Now, some people will probably say, well, don't jump into conclusions. Yes, it may be true that she has a bunch of paper towels, but you don't know if her paper towels are all for her. It could just be for other people who can't go out. You don't know the full story. Don't be judged. Listen, I don't think it's worth fighting over a paper towel. If an elderly asks, this is me, and perhaps everybody's probably going to have a different mindset over this, but this is me right here. Check this out. Say if I happen to be in that woman's shoes, and I have about 3 to 4 rolls worth, 4 packs of paper towels or toilet paper in my shopping cart. And if an elderly asks politely, I don't know if that elderly in particular in the video acts politely. I don't know if she took. I only go based on visual. I didn't hear the audio, but she probably elderly asked me, "Excuse me, do you think I could take one roll? You have about 3 or 4. Can I at least take one, please?" Now, why would I be disrespectful and say no? And especially me, I don't even use paper towels as much as like that. I only use it if I need to wipe something down or if I have a stuffy nose. I don't really use it as much. You know what I sometimes use? I end up using a cloth that I have in my foil closet. And I use a cloth because that's reusable. It's reusable. Paper towels is not reusable. Once you use it, that's it. You can't just dry it up and hopefully you can use it again. No, it goes right in the trash can. Some people throw it in the toilet. The reason why I say I put myself in that shoe is because in this video, pretty much the elderly and the woman are playing tug of war with the paper towel. And unfortunately, I think somebody could probably refresh my mind, but I think the woman won. Punching the old lady in the face just for pay. This is what I mean when I say people are losing their humanities. Like, if this wasn't a pandemic or if this wasn't as serious, would it still be the same? Would the women give the paper towel to the elderly? Would she? Still, I wouldn't know. But my whole point is this is just so mad. This is madness. I went to Stop and Shop in the area where I live about 2 weeks ago, and I know I wasn't supposed to be outside, but I needed something. They even said if you need to go outside, for the only times you can go outside is if you have a job and it's essential for you to work, like in a hospital setting or police department, whatever the case may be, or if you need to buy food, materials, or whatever. That's when you should be able to go outside. But other than that, you should be staying indoors. But I went outside because I needed something for my house. Not 1 ounce of paper towel was there. Water was there, but it wasn't enough. And you know what's so funny? I actually laughed at myself a little bit. I chuckled. I laughed because people bought Poland Spring. They bought Poland Spring, but yet these other water companies such as Deer Park, Dasani, this one other company, Smart Water, they didn't buy that. And Deer Park, Dasani, all of that was in a pack. People want to buy water, but don't you know if you just boil water on the stove, it kills all the bacteria and germs that's in the water? I get it that drinking tap water is not really as healthy. It may not be as healthy depending on which state you live. I live in New York, so they say that New York has the cleanest water. I have tap water right here at the moment. Straight from the faucet. I drink it because I don't really have the patience, and I admit to that. I'm a patient guy, but when it comes to water, I need it right now. I don't have the patience to just place it in a big pot, fill it up with water, boil it, then wait till it cools off. All of that is a process, by the way. But my point is, people need to start using their brains when it comes to things. If there's no water, what makes you think that it's the end of the world? It's not. Fill up water in a pot, boil it, get some sort of nozzle where you can pour it back into the jug or whatever jug you use to drink water out of. Doesn't matter. My point still stands. I really do feel bad. I do. Me personally, I feel bad because my mother's schedule changed. I'm not going to tell you what her occupation is, but if I'm telling you that her schedule changed, clearly her job is important. She never had to work on a Saturday before, but now she has to because of this whole situation that's going on at the moment. I don't know. I really honestly, it's really sad. And then I can guarantee you that there's always that one person that just ruins it. Like, why can't you just stay home? Why? Why can't you just stay home and listen to the government for once? They're not like I said before in the beginning of the video. In this video, I said they're not telling you to stay home because they want to show who's boss. They're telling you to stay home for your own safety and for the safety of others. It's like as if you guys want to catch the corona. It's like as if you guys want to catch the disease. No human being should ever want to catch such a disease, especially if it's a disease that can kill you. No one should ever want to die. I don't want to die. My life just started. I'm only 19. I only walked the earth for 19 years. Come on. But people just don't value either their own life, or people just don't value other people's lives. And that is the reason to why I'm annoyed. Because if you're able to respect your own body, then why can't you respect the next door neighbor's bodies, or why can't you just respect everybody else's body? And it's just so sad because people are being so disrespectful, especially to the people who happens to be Asian, especially to those who's trying to live their day-to-day life, spraying disinfectant in their face. I saw that disgusted me. I had to click off because I was getting ready to say something to where I never thought I would be able to say it. Cause this man, the Asian guy, he's just standing there minding his own business, probably listening to music, doing something that I'm doing, coming home from a hard day of work or going to work, and this guy's just spraying. This guy decided that it would be right to spray the Asian guy in the face or around him with disinfectant spray, and he wanted to make it seem like as if it's his fault, or it's Asians' fault that this whole pandemic. You're not making it any better, or if you think that you're making it better, you're just making yourself look bad. And you know what is also what's more sad is that no one is stopping the guy. Everybody just watch, have their phones out, of course. Typical. I mean, some people is going to end up defending the situation to an extent when it comes to phones out. Well, you wouldn't believe it, so you shouldn't really get on my back about me having my phone out, opposed to not doing nothing, because no one would have believed it if I didn't record it. Well, that may be true, but what about the dozens of other people that's in the same cart, the same train? They're not going to interfere, just going to watch? Again, I don't know. Man, oh man. I think I talked about everything, really. And like I said, let me go back into the memes, because there are people that makes fun of it. There's a lot of people that makes fun of the Chinese people. There's a lot of people that make fun of people who have it. There's a few wise people to where they don't say anything, which is good. I think people should not say anything, but they just want to put their opinions out there. They just feel so entitled. They don't care if they are being attacked by other people that they do not know on social media. They don't care. They don't care. They just want to put whatever they have to say on there, and it's out there, and that's that. Honestly, it's and I'll also say this too. Now, going back to me personally, when my mother tells me to do this and to do that when it comes to cleaning myself, I'm always be like, yes, Mom, I know. Why you gotta keep telling me this? I know the precautions, please. I don't even want to hear another conversation about the corona. I hear this all the time. That's the first thing that I hear when I even click on the news. I don't need to hear, but I cannot, and everybody else, whoever has the same attitude that I did, probably shouldn't have that attitude, because your parents at the end of the day cares for you. They only want what's best for you. If your mother or father or both of them are telling you what you need to do, they're telling you it for your own good. They're telling you it because they want you to live in the world longer, not to die over some pathetic sickness that could have been avoided. Like I said, people these days just forget to cover their mouths. How is it that people forget to cover their mouths? How? I mean, if your mouth is... The only excuse I would most likely accept is if your hands are full. Your hands are full. I can't really cover my mouth at the moment. That's the only excuse I'll give you. But if your hands are free, and if you can move around, and you can flip the bird and all of that, and yet you can't even go as far as covering your mouth, but yet you can record a video. something is really wrong with you and you need a reality check. Really do. I wonder who's going to sit here for 24 minutes and watch this video. I really do wonder. This is actually one of the few times to where I'm talking seriously, because this is serious. I'm not able to live the life that I want to live I don't want to sound so dramatic, because I'm obviously in the future, I'm hoping in the future, I can't say obviously, but I'm only hoping in the future that things will get better to where we are no longer trapped per se. I wouldn't go as far as saying trapped, because we still can go outside, but we're only limited. But there will be, I only hope that we are able to go outside in the future and just enjoy our lives and do outdoor activity, because guess what? When summer hits here in the air, I don't think a single person is going to want to stay indoors. I most certainly wouldn't want to stay indoors. What am I doing in this pandemic? What am I doing in the meanwhile because I'm indoors? If you guys want to know what I'm doing, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing in the meanwhile. Number one, I'm sleeping, okay? Because I never sleep. And when I do sleep, I always feel that I never get a good night rest. But I sleep. And I'm guilty as charged, because sometimes I wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But then you got a question, well, Corey, what time do you go to sleep at night? Sometimes I go to sleep at 10, but then that wouldn't necessarily make it seem like I wake up at 2, because that's outrageous right there. Like, that bed must be so comfortable. Sometimes I sleep at 11. The latest I have ever slept was 3 o'clock, and that's because I just couldn't sleep at all, and that's the most frustrating thing. But sleeping is the number one thing I do. Eat, obviously. I'm just telling you what I do every day at this point. But sleep, eat. I make videos like I'm doing right now, so that's 3. Keep myself busy. Editing videos, catching up on my episodes of my favorite shows, or videos on YouTube on my watch later. I play video games. I occasionally make music. Try to get back on that trend. I exercise. I bought weights. Being that I'm home now, I might as well go on Amazon and buy myself a bunch of gear, because I'm trying to make improvements on my body. And being that for the time being, I have a fast metabolism, I would see better results within 2 months, and that's if and only if I'm serious about it. But those are the main things that I'm doing by myself home. I mean, nothing. I can't have friends over. I mean, you can only have a gathering of 10 people or less, but still, you have to stay away from them, specifically 6 feet or less. No, 6 feet or more. Excuse me, the math was wrong there. 6 people or less. Might as well get closer. But, yeah. But other than that, that's what I'm doing at home in this crisis, so-called crisis. I'm not really looking at it as a crisis. I know that I made it a big thing, but I'm just talking based on how I feel, my observation of things. I mean, it doesn't have to be a crisis if people just play smart, is what I'm saying. Does this have to be a crisis? No, it's a crisis because people choose not to. Oh man, honestly, you know what? If this whole entire life right now was like a cartoon, if it was like a cartoon, one day where everybody is home, nobody's outside, you have about 4 helicopters carrying this huge bottle of disinfectant spray. And by the way, the Lysol disinfectant spray can kill the coronavirus. It kills 99.9% of germs and bacteria and viruses, so why wouldn't it kill the virus? But anyways, just have 4 chopters flying at least different parts of the earth, different parts of the globe, and then just sprays all across the United States. It's impossible. It wouldn't happen, or probably would happen. Probably people go back to the channel and say, "Oh my goodness, CoreyAction, you just predicted something that no one would have thought it would have happened." But yeah, just for one day, I thought, man, that wouldn't happen though. The odds. But yeah. But other than that, I'm gonna end the video here. There's nothing much more for me to say, but I will say this. and I'm being serious. I gotta turn to the camera because I'm actually serious. Stay home if needed. Stay home as much as possible. I understand, and I'm talking to a teenage perspective too. This is coming from a teenager. This is coming from a person who is in the same predicament as everyone else. I understand that people need their fresh air. I understand that staying home all day, every day can be boring. But you gotta do it for the sake of not only your health, but the sake of everybody else's health. Think about other people. Think about your family members, for crying out loud. Don't always think about yourself. This is not the time to be thinking about yourself. Please wash your hands. I know that there's only a limited supply of hand sanitizers. But if I was you, I would wash my hands. Wash your hands for 20 or more seconds. Lather your hands with soap. Come on, please. This is serious. Think about it. If you guys can do your part, then the limited time that you're staying indoors will just get shorter and shorter. And before you know it, everybody's able to go outside again. Everybody's able to hang out with their friends, catch up on what they miss, instead of being on Zoom and FaceTime and Skype or whatever people uses to FaceTime a person, whatever people use to video chat. Think about that. Think about the positive instead of the negative. That's what I'm trying to do. If we do our part, then perhaps this whole thing will draw close to the end. Perhaps then, because we're doing our part, we wouldn't be stuck inside. Please be smart. And I'm being serious. Please be smart. I like to be outside as much as the next person likes to be outside. But look at this for the time being. This is not permanent. This is only temporary until the coronavirus is no more. Just look at it like that. So please, by all means, my message goes out to everybody. Don't lose your humanity over nonsense. Especially when it's not even worth it. Don't go ape on everything. And what do I mean by that? Well, going right back to what I said about the lady playing tug of war with the elderly with the toilet paper. Think about the husbands and wives. Think about families. Think about newborns. Think about elderlies that actually need it. They can't even go outside. If they go outside, that's pretty much walking into death's doorstep, for crying out loud. Nursery homes are closed for everybody. And I know for a fact that that's hard for those who are trying to visit their family members. Those mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, great-grandmothers, family members, friends perhaps, that are in the nursing home, but they can't see anybody. I know how heartbreaking and I know how hard it is to cope. But please do your part in the meanwhile. Please don't forget to wash your hands. And even at times when you think that you wash your hands, just wash your hands. If you don't remember the last time you washed your hands, wash your hands. Because guess what? Once I finish recording, guess what I'm going to do? Even though I'm not going to really touch anything, I'm going to wash my hands just for the fun of it. Alright? Maybe this coronavirus is a lesson to those who doesn't wash their hands. Maybe now you'll see the reason to why you need to wash your hands. Think of it like that. But I'm going to end the video here. In the meanwhile, I hope all of my subscribers and people who are watching this video stay safe, stay clean. I hope you guys have a good one. I hope your day was okay. And most importantly, I hope you guys are doing all well. And each and every one of you guys are in my prayers. And that would be that. That's all she wrote. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.